Alright, my name is Tom, and I'm gonna do a brief overview here of Snag, the alligator. So first thing, we had a basic drawing. I scaled him the best I could. You can tell my artistry is spot on this one. I had no idea where I was gonna put the pneumatics yet, but this was all kind of just winged, fly by night. See if I could actually get something to work. It goes in, and it goes out. I had two of them running on the actual solenoid. I knew this whole thing had to be made out of metal. I was gonna make it out of wood, but I didn't trust it. Sarah sent me out to go grab milk one day, and well, I came home with a welder. It seemed appropriate. There's me welding for the first time. I grabbed a couple pieces of scrap, and let's go do the thing. Never really welded before. Didn't think I did too bad of a job. I beat it with a hammer and it didn't fall, so that was good. Got a couple hinges for the jaw to open and close. Just welded them right on some, I think it was 1/2-inch tubing, square tube. This is the world's biggest fly swatter. Sarah's foot. There's the basic structure of it put together. Right now it just goes up and down. And I wanted it to pivot on one side, so I wanted it to turn and then open the mouth. That was kind of the action. So best way I could think was weld a big bolt to a piece of metal and put some tubing in it. Put some casters on the side, and yeah, there's the casters. Got them welded up. So that's kind of the action I was looking for it to turn and open and then return and close.
Okay, so this is test number 1 with it swing sideways and open its mouth.
100 PSI. I don't know if it's right. We'll see in a second.
It's a test.
Okay, am I gonna kill myself if I do this too?
You're fine.
And that's gonna get down. Okay.
Yeesh. What happened to the mouth? Test 1 fail.
It's because it's reversed.
Dang. Oh. It's going back. And it's on casters, different sized casters, so it looks like it's tilting. Like it would jump out and grab you, swinging over.
Ugh.
Where are you going?
It really is going to get bolted to the ground. It would
Sure
not
does.
move.
Okay.
Barely at all. It wouldn't pick it up. Now, I didn't want to put a pneumatic inside the jaw. I was very adamant about that not happening. And it was extremely challenging. That was my original pneumatic on there, and it did not work at all. It was way too undersized. So I had to go back to the drawing board and try and figure out how to amp up the size. I ended up going back to the store and I grabbed an extremely large pneumatic. This one, I believe, can pick up about 800 pounds. This one was gonna work. I knew that, but I had to reinforce it. So there's some extra pieces, welded on, more bracing. And then finally, once I got it, I was, and then I got it. Blue box, solenoids, no trigger yet. And it goes up, and it goes back down. I ended up using the Boo Box Flex. So I downloaded the software from the supplier. I believe it's called Director. And it lets you time what you want to do. So I had pneumatics to lift, to pivot, to return and to drop it back down. And so I had to loosely time all of that. And I didn't want it to happen too fast or too slow, so I ended up putting speed controllers in the pneumatic on every port. So it would open relatively fast and turn fast, and then it would close fairly slowly and rotate back to original position slowly. So this is just all the hoses, everything hooked up. So there's a solenoid there. I believe it's 5-in-1, hooked up to the Boobox Flex, a wireless trigger. Wired it to the Flex as a test to see if it would work. And it was a little bit of monkeying around, but I managed to get it. I ended up using speaker wire for most of my wires. But it turned out, and it scared a lot of kiddos. Thanks for watching.